Don't you know, motorcycle club members are basically a bunch of posers. They're not real bikers. They don't know what it really means. Or, on the other hand, you have a bunch of punks. Yes, this according to the comment I just got. And remember, I'm answering those comments and videos, man, with the best ones. So let's take a look at what old boy has to say. Oh, yeah, man, I just love that intro, man. Here, man. I think he's a little confused about what he is talking about. He puts nightclubs in there, biker clubs, and it's like, wow, man, you got me all messed up. So BMP or BM Phil 3400 says, I don't like any kinds of clubs. Well, everybody always says this is America and you get to think the way you want to think and do what you want to do. So you do have that option of not liking any kind of clubs. Now, when you say that, my question back to you is, are you somebody that rides a motorcycle? I do know that our channel gets a lot of people that doesn't ride. So that is my question to you is, do you ride? He also goes and says he don't like nightclubs. What is wrong with you, man? Nightclubs, especially the ones that dance, you know what I'm talking about there, right? What's wrong with nightclubs? Biker clubs? Well, now you're confusing the holy crap out of me right now. He says, I don't like any clubs, nightclubs, biker clubs, none of them. What does nightclubs have to do with biker clubs, blah, blah, blah? He goes on to say the reason why it has to do with it is he used to play music in nightclubs. Well, maybe he had a bad experience in a nightclub. I don't know. Maybe somebody dotted his eye and he still hasn't got over the fact that his eye got dotted. You know, these are things you guys really should put in your comments if you want me to address them. So, bikers were either posers or troublemakers, or as Hollywood put in there, you're basically saying they're a bunch of punks. But bikers were either posers. Now, I don't know what kind of nightclub you played at. You know, some could agree that some people who claim to be bikers are posers. But I guess it just depends on the bar, man. If you go to one of these freaking high-end freaking bars or one that everybody hangs out with, you know, like a Poopies, yeah, you're going to find some people that are posers there. It happens in every segment of any type of society, if you will. So yeah, you might have run into them kind. Now you got troublemakers, as I say, posers. Let me get this kitty cat out of here. Or troublemakers or punks. That's basically what you wanted to say, but you probably didn't put it in there because of that. Yeah, some guys can be getting out of line a little bit. They do that stuff, you know, especially if somebody pushes up on them. And, you know, it's always funny with people in bars. It is, because they get butthurt for running their mouth and usually starting this stuff. It is rare that you'll see a club member start something out of no reason at all. You know, you got civilians that walk up to you, touch your tattoos. Oh, did that hurt? Oh, that's so cool. In the meantime, you wonder why you get your eye dotted. You are invading that personal space, people. So, yeah, again, I admit some people are jerks, but at the other time, you got to admit people that don't ride are jerks too, because of the way you come up with this Billy Badass attitude, and you take aim at a club guy, and you wonder why you get slapped. Anyway, we had a local Outlaws club, and they got busted. I'm not going to even put what it is, and that. The clubhouse was walking distance from my office. So that last part right there, and I'm not trying to single you out or anything, buddy. The clubhouse was within walking distance from my office. So you're probably a white tie kind of guy, white collar, you know what I mean? So I can see why you would have such an attitude towards MCs. You know, white collar guys usually do it. I'm not saying, hey man, the motorcycle clubs have white collar guys too, but they usually don't have something stuffed in the rectum, if you know what I mean. And it kind of sounds like that is what's going on with you. Got something up there. Maybe go to the ER, get that taken out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because you are just throwing a huge blanket over everyone. And yeah, of course, I hearted it because you know what? My policy is I don't care if you're even being a dork, an idiot, stupid. I'll give you a heart because at least you took the time to comment and stuff. That don't mean I agree with you if I do that, but it does mean, hey, thanks for taking the time to do that. And thanks for giving me the material that you guys do. I'm telling you what, I'm having all kinds of fun with this stuff, just checking out the comment section. Next thing you know, hey, what's this guy have to say? Or what's that guy have to say? But I think you need to expand your view on things. Maybe you're mad because your music didn't go anywhere, or something that happened to you, but you don't want to put a whole blanket over everybody, okay? That's just not cool. That's not nice. You know, that's, you know, putz kind of thing to do, if you ask me. And the clubhouse was in walking distance. Does that mean you were walking past it and stuff? Why were you interested in it if you didn't like clubs? You know what I mean? It just sounds like some issues that has to be worked out with your local psychiatrist, shrink, whatever. Hey, man, more power to you, man. If you need somebody to talk to, go for it, my man. So it'd be interesting to hear all your comments, especially the dude who wrote this. Let me get back at it again. It was BM Phil 3400. Leave me a comment, man. Let me know what you think about my reply. Anyway, if you got a reply that you guys want on a comment, make sure it's a good comment, man. Make sure it's a good subject, and I'll try to get to it. Anyway, rock on, baby. Have a good one.